Just I am telling you the way how to obtain POS form. Okay. Yesterday I told you how to draw the K-map if you have SOP form. Your function is an SOP form, and result you want again in a SOP form. Okay. Now today I am just shifting to another thing, that is I am asking to solve the problem and come out with the POS form. POS form everyone knows, product of sums. Product of sums. So let me tell you what is product of sums. So you see in you on my screen, I'm showing you the product of sum truth table. A truth table I'm showing you here, and you see that here I'm showing you the three variables, and I'm telling you how to write the max term. You know that what is POS form? POS form will use a max terms. So max term is correspond to the if you are taking the variable, you will or all variable in the combination. So you see here that I am showing you x, y, z three variables are there, and for the combination 0 0 0, yesterday I told you that for SOP form, yesterday I told you for SOP form you will take variable if it is you will take variable if variable is 1, you will take variable true signal, and if it is 0 you will take the complement, right? This was the thing we took for SOP. Not today I will do opposite in the POS. If your variable is 0, you will use that variable as x, otherwise you will take it as complement. So see this is opposite now. For POS form you will take x for 0, you will take x complement for 1. Okay, now see how to write the term, max term. So you see that here for the combination 0 0 0 0, you will write, as I said, x is 0, means if it is 0 you will take true signal. So x is 0, you are writing x, y is 0, you are writing y, but you are now connecting these x, y and z with plus sign. Okay, so yesterday I was telling you to write the min terms, I was representing min terms in a small letter, small m, and correspond to that I was writing, if suppose your xyz is 0, so I will write x complement, y complement, z complement. Okay, but for the max term, that capital M0 is representing actually max term. This is your min term, this is your min term, this is your max term. Okay, so max term is required for POS form and min term is required for SOP form. Okay, max term is required for POS form and min term is required for SOP form. Okay, so for each combination I will write max term. So you see, for combination 0 0 0, your max term is x plus y plus z. Okay, for 0 0 1, your combination will be x plus y plus z complement. You see, now this time z is 1, so I am writing z complement, and so on. So you just see it is just opposite, and you are actually changing the sign. So actually it is a dual. As I told you, what is dual? Dual of min term. You know dual, how to get the dual? So let me tell you how to get the dual. I already told you, but I am again telling you. If you have a term like this and you want to find out the dual of this x by x complement, y complement, z complement. Okay, if you want to see the dual of this, so only what you need to do is just make true signal complement, just make true signal complement, and complement you take true signal, just make it opposite. Okay, and you make all dot as plus, means you convert or plus as dot or dot as plus, complement you convert as uncomplement, means true signal. Uncomplement you convert as complement, means everything you will do opposite. If you want to find the dual, you will do opposite. Okay, so you can directly see here what is the dual of x bar, y bar, z bar. That I'm saying it is a min term m0. I want to see the dual. So dual actually give you the max term. So you see, if x bar is x is complement, so I am taking x uncomplement. Dot sign is there, so I am replacing this dot with the plus. Y complement I am replacing with the y. Again dot is there, so I am replacing dot with the plus, and again z complement, so I am replacing with the z. So you see, with this dual theorem you can directly get the max term. Everyone got it? There is a way, if you know the combination, you can use this thing and you can write the max term. This is one way. If you want to not consider this thing, you can directly take the dual. If you know the min term, you can take dual and you will again come to the same term. So both things are there, so anyone you can use. Okay, now the thing is how to draw the K map. You know that yesterday I was showing you the K map. In that I was telling you this map. Okay, so this map, if you want to draw, if you want to get the SOP form, this map will be useful because you will directly get the min terms. Okay, because here I am writing in this the side horizontally and vertically the min terms: A complement, B complement, C complement, D complement. So this will give you the min terms. Okay, and I was concentrating on the ones only. But for the POS form, you should concentrate on the max term and zeros. Okay, so one way, if in a problem, if someone asks you to give the answer in a POS form, one shortcut method I can say, if you are very comfortable with the SOP form, you do one thing: you come out the answer in the form of SOP form, and then you write the term, like you see here, I can directly convert this function into the POS form. You see, if I want to write this SOP form, this is a given function, for example, and I want to get a POS form. So one shortcut is pi, and you see, this is a 4 variable problem. Okay, this is a 4 variable problem because maximum number is 14. So this will satisfy if your n is equal to 4. Okay, so this is your 4 variable problem. So what will you do? You see the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the all combinations: 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I am writing the decimal equivalent for 4 variable combination. Okay, so this will be the min terms, or you can say max term, and you want to get the POS form. You see, in the SOP form, how many which min terms are mentioned? It is 0 is mentioned, 6 is mentioned. So I am crossing. I want to write the POS form. So what I am doing is I am removing the min terms. 0 is there, 6 is there, 13 is there, 14 is there. So what are remaining? 8 is also there. Okay, 0, 6, 8, 13, 14 is there. So what are the remaining numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Means you are actually writing numbers that are missing in the SOP form. That will become your max terms. So you see how I converted directly SOP min terms into max term. You got it? How to convert SOP form to POS form? If you know the min terms, only you need to see which number are missing in the terms. You can take directly. So what I did, I know that your sequence is 0 to 15, so I removed the number that are available here in this SOP form, and I only wrote the number that are missing in this sequence. Everyone got it? Okay. So if you understand, just you do one thing. Just if what I am saying, if you are understanding, just you do one thing. You tell me. I am giving one problem. Just to tell me fast, so that I will further. I will move. So this is just you need to judge it. I am saying this is a 3 variable problem. 3 variable problem. Tell me SOP, POS form. So this function is in SOP form. Everyone understand? Because summation sign is there. Summation sign indicates that your function is in the SOP form and min terms are given. Now I am asking you to convert this function for as POS. Tell me.
X is equal to pi of 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4.
4.
2, 3, 4. Only 2, 3, 4. See, one thing you are missing. See how many variables are there? 3,
6, 7.
and is 3. Yes, 6 and 7 was missing. So again, I'm explaining you. If number of variable is 3, that means total combination is 2 to the power n is equal to 8. Okay. So that means your sequence should change from 0 to 7. Your sequence should vary from 0 to 7. So here I should continue up to 7. So I will move further after 5. What is missing here? 6 and 7 is missing. So 6 and 7 I will. Okay. So this is my POS form. This is my POS form. This will directly give you the POS form, and these are your max terms. These are your max terms, and these are your min terms. And min terms correspond to what is min term? Min term correspond to when your function is showing output 1. Means these are the term for which your function is 1. And max term are the combination for those your function, your output is 0. Got it? So if I will ask you to draw a truth table, can you draw a truth table? I already explained you that these are the combination for which your output is 1. These are the combination for which output is 0. Understand? So every time you please remember that for max term output will be 0. For min term output will be 1. That's why I am saying that while drawing the K map, if I want POS form, I will always concentrate on the 0 only. I will always concentrate on the 0 only. Okay. So for this problem, what I will do? Again, I will draw the K map. You see the difference. I draw the same K map. Numbering is same, but in this, you see, vertical and horizontal. What I wrote here. Earlier I was writing A complement B complement. Earlier I was writing A complement B complement, but what I am writing now? A plus B, because in the answer I want a POS form, product of sums. Okay. So you see, understand what I did? I wrote the dual of the A complement B complement. Here you see A complement B, I am writing A plus B complement. Okay, everyone understand how I am writing? Just I am writing the dual of these min terms here. And you want to obtain the POS form. So what I will do? I will map. This time I will map zeros. This time I will map zeros. Okay. So I will concentrate on this function. So directly you can map it here. Just you see which cell number is missing. You just place it 0 here. So I will concentrate on zeros here. So I will write zeros. Here 1 is mentioned, so I will write 0. Here 2 is mentioned, I will write 0. 3 is mentioned, I will write 0. 4 is mentioned, I will write 0. 5 is mentioned, I will write 0. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. So how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I counted to make sure that all zeros I mapped here. Okay. So same thing I am doing. Only the thing I am the difference is this time I am mapping zeros. Got it? So same K-map you can use. Only the thing is what form you are required at the end. If you required POS form, you use this. If you required SOP form, you use this. Okay, that is the difference only. Now I will once this is mapping is done now. Now I will do grouping. Everyone is listening to me now? I will only take 1 or 2 examples for this because mostly people ask SOP form, but I am thinking that you should know POS also. So you should have confidence in both forms, SOP as well as POS. So what I told you, while grouping, you will first find out the big group. Big group means 16 zeros are there. No. Then you will go for octet. Any octet is forming. Any octet is forming. No. And now I will go for quad. So any quad is forming. Just you please help me. Any quad is forming. Any quad is forming. This quad I find out. Now this time I am grouping zeros. Why I am grouping zeros? Because I want POS form. Okay. Why I am grouping 0? Because I want POS form. So you see, I grouped zeros and I am forming quad. And again you see, this is my group 1. Suppose this is my group 1. Again you see any other quad is forming.
3, 7,
please
15,
help
11.
me.
3, 7, 15, 11, ma'am.
Why? Good. This is now group number 2. Very good. Tell me the group number 3. Any quad is forming? Any other quad is forming? Just see it carefully. And you please don't forget to club all zeros. All zeros should come in a group, or we should consider as individual. If they are not forming group, you should consider as individual. Any quad is other quad is forming? Any other quad is forming? Yes, this quad is forming. You see, as I said yesterday, your side the end edge cells are again adjacent. So these two you can take it as group number 3, right? Any other quad is forming? Any other quad is forming? Please be fast. Yes, one more quad is forming. Because this 0 is left now, and this 0 is left. So this is the thing you should have good practice. Then you will notice fast. So grouping is easy, but you should notice it fast. Otherwise, your expression will come. It will be not a minimized term. Okay. So you should have good practice. So this is my group 4. And these 2 1 are left. Any quad is forming with these 2 1? No quad is forming. So I will take it as a pair. So this I am saying it is group number 5. Any 0 left? All zeros are grouped. No individual is required. So my grouping is completed. Everyone comfortable? How I am grouping? If you have doubt, you please ask in the middle, so I will clarify. Okay, don't hesitate. Now tell me the expression. So you see here today, I want a POS form. So while write POS form, you should be very careful. Let me show you. Again, you will see the change, and you will only take that variable that is common. So here, if you are writing expression for group 1, you just imagine that you are standing here and you are moving vertical. So which variable is changing? B is changing, A is common. So I am writing A. And now move horizontal. So what is changing? C is changing. So you will take only D complement. But this time you will not write dot, you will write plus. Got it? And now this is the term. This is the term for group 1 is completed. Got it? This time I will write all variables in, I will separate with the plus. Okay. Now come to the group 2. Group 2, what is the expression for group 2? You see here, A and B are changing. If you are moving vertical, your A and B both are changing. So I will remove A and B. Only the thing that is left is C complement, D complement. So I will write C complement, D complement. But this time I will write C complement plus D complement. Dot. So you see that I am now separating each term that I am getting from for each group with, I am using dot. Okay. Because I am writing product of sum. So I am taking product. Okay. So each term you will write as product. Now come for group 3. What is the expression? Group 3. What is common in vertical? B is common. B is common. For group 3, B is common. You see here. You see I am seeing this A plus B and A complement plus B. So B is common. Okay. Plus D complement. Dot. Now write the group 4. Again B is common plus C complement. Okay. This is group 4. You see, group 4 I am concentrating here. I am concentrating here. This for group 4 I am concentrating here horizontally and in this cell for group 4. Okay. Now write the group 5. Group 5. Tell me.
A plus B complement.
B complement plus
C complement D.
D complement plus C plus D. See, this is common now. If you are moving vertical, this is common. B complement is common. Okay. But where are you moving in the horizontal? Nowhere. You are standing here only. Okay. So C plus D is common. So you will write plus C plus D. So this is the expression for group number 5. So this is my final POS form. Okay. Okay. Or shall I take one more example?
One more
I hope
example.
I will take one more example. Okay. I am taking one more example to make you comfortable. So randomly I am writing, just you please do it fast. So to make your own K-map again, I am giving you a problem. It is again I am giving you the problem in the form of min terms. Okay, so this is the given function, and problem is obtain POS form. Obtain Boolean expression in POS form. Okay. So this is my question. So what will you do? Easiest way is, see, one more way, it is easy. One thing I will tell you. No need to do that step. You can skip. So you please draw it fast because I am not that much perfect in drawing the drawing lines here, so it is not good. So one thing I am telling you that you can skip a step. So here I am drawing a K-map. You see the difference. I am writing the duals only, okay? I'm filling the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you please make practice to draw this K-map because numbering is very important. So what I am telling you here, that it is easy if you directly map zeros, okay? And just I am telling you, given thing is min terms, okay? So min terms correspond to, as I said, it is correspond to 1 only, okay? So you see, if you are mapping the min terms, the things will be clear to you very easily here. So you see that you found the location where your output is 1. So you just fill zeros. The remaining cells that are left, you will fill with the zeros. So my concentration here is, I want a POS form, so I will concentrate this time zeros, okay? So mapping, I did here mapping for 1 and 0 both, but I will concentrate on only 0. Why? Because I want POS form. Because I want POS form. So I will make group for zeros, okay? 0. So now form the group. Form the group. So this is the quad is not forming here. So I am taking the pairs. So I am concentrating on 0. Why I am concentrating on 0? Because I want POS form. You see, no quad is forming. So I am grouping as pair. Okay. So this grouping is over because, why this grouping is over? Because all ones are all zeros are finished. So next step is write the expression. So I am writing the group number 1, 2, 3 so that you will understand. So you please check. Quad is not forming, na? Only pair is forming. So 6 groups are formed here. So I should write 6 terms in the final expression. Now tell me the expression for the group 1. You stand here and see what is in horizontal and what is in vertical. So you see, you are not moving to another cell adjacent in vertical. So you will write A plus B. I am writing expression for group 1. What about the horizontal? What is common? C complement. If you are moving this cell to this cell, you are moving, then you have common C complement. So this is the expression for first group. Now tell me the group 2. So again you stand here and you move horizontal. So where you are moving, you are in the same cell. So you will write A plus B complement. What about the what about the horizontal? Vertically you are not moving.
D.
D. Okay. Next, group 3. So vertically you are moving from A plus B complement to A complement B complement. So complement B complement is common.
C complement plus C complement plus D.
C complement plus D. Good. Next, group
A
number 4.
complement B plus D complement.
A complement plus B plus D complement. Okay, good. Next,
A
group
complement
5.
plus C plus D complement.
A complement plus C plus D complement. Good. Next,
A complement plus B plus C.
so that is all. Okay. So 6 group, 6 terms. So this is my what is this form? This is my POS form. Okay. Product of sums. Everyone clear? Any doubt? If still any doubt, I will take one more example. Any doubt? Just you please reply any doubt. If no doubt, then I will move further. I will tell you another thing. Or shall I take one more example? So everyone should understand why I grouped it. One more example, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
One more example. Okay. So this time I will take the example. Let's say 3 variable, so that concept I think it is clear to you. So the only thing is you should understand the. So this time I am making some changes. I am taking a problem of 3 variable. This time I am not giving you the min terms. I am giving you a which form I am giving you. Which form I am giving you? This is a given. This is a given function, so I am giving you a simple canonical form. This is the canonical form. How? Why this is canonical form? Because total variables are 1, 2, 3. So in each term, all variables are there. That's why it is a canonical form. So I am asking you to write the function. You minimize the function and write the expression in POS form. Obtain POS form. Obtain minimum expression, and this expression should be in the POS form. Okay, so minimum expression, as I am saying, I am using K-map method. I am using K-map method. Okay. So what will you do now? I made change. Question is little bit different, so no worry. Only the thing is, if you know, this is the SOP form, so you can directly write the POS the min terms. Okay, so you can directly write the min terms, so it will be easy for you to map. Okay, so every time I used to get the function in the form of either sigma or pi. Okay, so if you know the sigma, you can easily map. If you know the pi, you can easily map, right? So every time any form, if you have, you just directly try to find the min terms or max term. So what I will do here, I will write the min terms. So what are the available min terms? You see, this is my 0, this is my 0, this is my 1. So what is the equivalent? Tell me the min term. Tell me the min term for these 3 expressions. What should I write here? ABC complement. What is the decimal equivalent for ABC complement?
6.
As this is SOP form, what will be the decimal equivalent for this ABC complement? Just tell me.
1.
And why 1? That's why I was confusing you. I was confusing you and you were confused, huh? What I said, this is SOP form, right? And if it is SOP form, you will take variable as, if it is a true, that means you will take variable as 1. And if it is complement, then you will take at 0. So here A is true signal, it is 1. B is true signal, it is 1. C complement means you will take 0. So what is the equivalent? 6.
6, ma'am.
That's why it is not 1. Why? 1, it will 1 when you are actually taking POS form, means A plus B plus C complement. Then you will say 1. But here it is a POS form because all variables are connected with the dot. Okay, so you will take variable. If it is 1, you will take. If variable is a true signal, you will take 1. If it is complement, you will take 0. So please don't confuse. Okay, next term. A complement, B complement, C. What is it?
1.
1. This time it is 1. Good. This term?
2.
No 2. It is 1. It is 0.
5.
It is 1. What? 5. So these are the minterms. So please do practice. Okay. Don't confuse. Don't confuse. Okay. So this is my problem. I know the minterms now. So I will draw the K-map. We draw the K-map. As I need a POS form, so I will make some changes in the these terms here. So earlier I was writing B. Here I was writing A complement. So this time I will write A, and this I will write A complement. Here I was writing earlier for the SOP form B complement, C complement, but this time I will write a dual, B plus C. Okay. Earlier I was writing B complement C, but this time I will write B plus C complement. Here B plus B complement plus C complement, B complement C. This time I am writing the dual. You see, I need a POS form, so I am writing the dual. Everyone understand what I am saying? Then I will directly get the expression. Is it okay? So I drawn the K-map here. Is it okay? Or any mistake I am doing here? Any mistake I am doing here?
Ma'am, 6, 7 you have written reverse, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. You please notice this mistake, that 6 will come here, 7 will come here, right? And next step is, as I want the POS form, so what I will do? I will map zeros. Map zeros. So where you will map zeros? You will map zeros where the missing cell number, missing decimal equivalents are. What are missing decimal equivalent here? See, your numbering is 0 to 7. Okay. As this is 3 variables, so total combinations are 8. So your sequence will change from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what are the missing numbers here? 0 is missing now.
0.
So you will map 0 here. 1 is there, so I will not touch 1. 2 is missing, so I will map 0. 3 is missing, I will map 0. 4 is missing, I will map 0. 5 is there, 6 is there, so I will not touch. 7 is there. 7 is not there, so I will map 0. Understand why I am mapping 0 here? Because each min term corresponds to 1. Each min term corresponds to 1. So I will write zeros. Means those are missing, I will write 0. Clear? So this is the method you can directly get the POS form. Now, next step is grouping. You group. So many options are there for grouping. So I prefer, this is my group 1. I prefer, this is my group 1, group 2. I prefer, this is my group 3. Okay. Everyone find out these pairs.
Group 4 also fun. Group 4.
Group 4.
0
Group 4 where?
Adjust.
Where group 4?
Adjust, ma'am.
Adjust. No,
Pairing.
see.
Pairing.
Listen. Pairing is done, you can do, but the thing is you will do pairing when your 0 is left. Any 0 is left for pairing. See, if you are making the pair that are already paired, okay, this 2 number cell 0 and 0 number cell 0 is already paired, right? Got it? What I am saying you, if you are actually again taking the again forming the group, so again actually you are adding one more expression, right? And this will be not your minimum expression. Got it? My task here is to get the minimum hardware. So minimum hardware you will get when you have minimum terms, minimum expression, right? So my task is to group the zeros till you have any 0 that is ungrouped. So any 0 is ungrouped. Any 0 is ungrouped. No, na? So no need to do overlapping and overlapping. If all zeros are grouped, no need to do overlapping. Our task is to group the 0 if it is ungrouped. If you will do overlapping if your 0 is ungrouped, right? You get my point? I will do grouping if my 0 is ungrouped. I will prefer overlapping, but here overlapping, why I will do overlapping? If you are doing overlapping, that means you are adding another extra term that is not required here. That is not required because already my group is already over. So various answers will come. So someone may group this 0 with this 0. It is okay, no problem. Means overlapping, you please do it once only. So 2 answers may come and both answer will be correct. So I am writing one answer. I am showing you the both answer. So this is, let's say this is my group 1, group 2 and group 3. So you write the expression and I am showing you another answer. As I said, it depends upon every student what grouping they are actually doing. So I am telling you another answer also. So I am mapping here. So if someone is grouping like this, if someone is grouping, so all of you write the answer for the first option, first grouping. I am telling you the another way. So answer will be same for both cases. No, sorry, answer will be correct for both cases. So here I am doing this grouping. I am doing this grouping. I am doing this grouping. Okay. So correspond to this grouping. If whatever you are getting F correspond to this grouping, whatever answer you are getting, both are correct. Okay. Depend upon the choice. No problem. So both answer will be correct. Don't worry, dude. Okay. So write the expression for the first option. It is, what is it? For group 1, you please tell me what B plus C. B plus C. B plus C is common. Okay. Group 2.
B complement plus C complement.
Next, group 3.
A plus B complement, ma'am.
A plus B complement. Okay. So if suppose someone grouped like this, tell me. So this is my group 1, suppose. This is my group 2. This is my group 3. Okay. So you write group 2. It is B complement plus C complement. And group 3. What is group 3?
A plus B complement.
A plus
C, ma'am.
A plus C.
So you see that I found for the same question, for the same function, I found 2 different expressions. If I am grouping like this, I got this. If I am grouping like this, I got this. So no issue, both answers are correct. Okay, this is also correct, this is also correct. Okay, but please don't try to make group again here, because this 0 is already grouped, this 0 is already grouped. So don't try to make a group. Our task is not to form the group. our task is to make the group of zeros that are ungrouped, right? So you please don't try to make a group again and again. Okay, overlapping is allowed if your any zero is ungrouped, otherwise no need. Everyone comfortable? I hope you comfortable now. Everyone comfortable how to map the function?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think time is over. Time is going to be over. So if you have any doubt, you can ask, or I should take one more example. Otherwise, I think so. 10 minutes are there. So if you have any doubt in this, you can ask. If you have any doubt in previous topics, you can ask. Okay, 10 minutes are there, so we can discuss.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes. Yes,
Ma'am,
tell me.
you, in the box you are writing with 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, something, no, ma'am, in the boxes.
Hmm.
How it?
Cell number. These
Yeah,
are cell number.
yeah. Cell. How you are writing cell number?
Okay, I am telling you. Just wait. I am telling you. Okay. Just wait. My. So you please look here. I am telling you the how to write the cell number. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Wait for 1 minute. So you please be frank. If you have any doubt, you please ask me. If you think that right now I don't have doubt, but later you have doubt, you please ask me through. You have WhatsApp, you have mail. So you please note down my email ID. You can write to me. You can write to me. This is my email ID. See, the important thing is you should understand the subject. Means you should have good confidence in the subject. So I am trying my best. If still it is anything left, you please just be frank with me, and you please discuss your doubts, so that at the end of the BTech you will be very much comfortable with the digital electronics, and this subject is very easy. So you can take this subject as your favorite subject. And my phone number is everyone, you know, I am in your group. So this is my phone number. So both things you can use to ask the doubt. Okay. So you please write your question, so I will clear. Okay. So now I am telling you how to write the cell number. So I am telling you the cell number for the 4 variable function. Suppose I have 4 variable A, B, C, D. So you see the sequence. This is my LSB. This is my MSB. Okay. So I will draw the K map. So those who are unable to understand how I am filling the cell number, I am again explaining. So please look here carefully. So you see that I will start writing the variable name. So you see that I will start from MSB. This is A, this is B. So I am writing A. Okay, then it is C and D. So you will write C and D. You should not miss the sequence. You should not miss the order. You please be careful. If it is X, if it is W, X, Y, Z. So you see that WX you will write here, YZ you will write here. So you please, every time you please careful with the variable sequence. Okay, order is very important. And then you write the binary equivalent. You can write. You write the binary 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So this is, I am writing the gray code sequence here. Again vertical also you will write the same sequence. You see, I am not writing 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. No. Okay. So I want if you are going from to adjacent cell, you should have one bit change. You see, one bit is changing. Here, if you are moving from this cell to this cell, one bit is changing. If you are moving from this cell to cell, one bit is changing. So you need a one bit change in an adjacent cell. That's why I am writing this sequence. This sequence is called gray code sequence. Got it? Now I am telling you how to write the cell number. You see, AB is, so I am writing the sequence like this, A, B, C, D. Whatever intersection I will get, I will write here. So what is AB here? For this cell number, what is intersection? Vertical, it is 0. Horizontal, it is 0, 0. So what is sequence here, intersection? This. Okay, so what is the combination 0, 0, 0, 0? What is decimal equivalent? 0. Okay. Now see, for this cell, I am seeing this cell. What is AB here? AB is 0, 0. What is CD here? CD is 0, 1. So what is decimal equivalent? 1. Now again, I am going to this cell. What is here? AB, it is 0, 0. CD is 1, 1. So what is the decimal equivalent? 3. Again you see, AB is 0, 0 and CD is 1, 0. So decimal equivalent is 2. Here it is 0, 1. CD is 0, 0. So it is 4. So how I am writing 4, you understand? How I am writing the decimal equivalent, you understand?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So how I am writing 0, 1, 0, 0 as 4, you understand? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. That means you don't know how to convert binary to decimal. So I am telling you the formula. That if suppose this is B0, this is B1, this is B2, this is B3. I am telling you the general formula. Okay. So what is this position? If you write the position number, it is 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is 3. Okay. Okay, this is my position number. So based on the position number, you will have weight. Binary weight. So what I am writing here, I am writing this number. This is in the, what is the number system I am using here? It is binary. So radix is 2. 0, 1, 0, 0 is in binary. So radix is 2. Okay. Radix is 2. Binary means you can take either 0 or you can take 1, right? So 2 symbol you can use. So that's why radix is here is 2. So I will write formula. So what is position here? It is 0. So you will write 2 to the power 0. So this 2 to the power 0 is the weight of the 0th position. And what is the binary bit here? Let's say it is B0. Plus next position is 1. So 2 to the power 1 is the weight of the position and bit is B1. So this is the formula. Next is your second position. So you will write the weight 2 to the power 2 and then B2. 2 to the power 3 and B3 and so on. Okay. So you will go up to n. If suppose n bits are there, you will go up to n. You understand? So you see what is B3 here? B3 is my 0. So if you are multiplying with 0 with any number, it will give you 0. What is B2? It is 1. What is B1? It is 0. What is B0? It is 0. So you see, this is 0 plus this is 4 plus 0 plus 0. So what is it? It is 4. Got it? This is the formula. Okay. Okay. Formula. So I can also tell you the shortcut. You just write under. Say it is 4. So you see, I can directly get the decimal equivalent. You see, if you remember the sequence 8421. So this is the shortcut. Let's see this equivalent. 0101. 0101. What is the decimal equivalent? You see, this is 4 and this is 1. So 4 plus 1, 5. Okay. Now see the next number, 0, 1, 1, 1. So you see 0, 1, 1, 1. So you see what is this one? It is 4. What is this one? It is
7.
2. What is this one? It is 1. This is 7. So this is the shortcut. If you have 4 bit, if you are a 5 bit, you will write 16. Okay. So how I am writing 16 or 8, 4, 2, 1? You see this? 2 to the power 4 is 8. 2 to the power 2 is 4. You see? How I am writing 2, 8, 4, 2, 1? You see that? The weight I am multiplying it, 2 to the power 3 is your 8. 2 to the power 2 is 4. You see? That's why I am telling you that this is the shortcut. You just see the position, you write the decimal equivalent. Okay? Add it only. Just tell me for this. This is 4, this is 2. 4 plus
6 months.
Okay, so this actually I am doing is binary to decimal conversion. Now tell me, this is 8, this is 4. This is 12. 8 plus 4, 12. Now tell me,
13.
8 plus 4 plus 1, 13. So no need to write here this. I am only writing here for explanation. Only while solving the problem, you please write only cell numbers. Okay, decimal equivalent. No need to show this thing. Just I am showing you just for explanation. Okay. So what is this? 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. 15. What is this?
14.
Now. This
9.
is 8.
8.
8, na? Okay. I hope you understand now.
9.
9. So just to understand how these cell numbers are coming, and then you practice. You please don't do again and again calculation. You just straightforward. You draw the A map and write the cell numbers. Understand how I am writing? Cell number actually are decimal equivalent. I am taking the binary combination and I am converting that binary combination into cell number. So it is a easy way. Okay. Why I am writing the cell numbers? Actually, it is a easy way to map the 1 or zeros. Okay. Any other doubt? Don't feel that you have a very small doubt. Everyone will laugh. Please don't think like this. If you have any question, any silly question, you please ask. I am ready to answer any question. Any other question? So section B and C in your class, I came to know that in your class Boolean algebra was not completed and minimization using Boolean theorem is not completed. So please, I am requesting all of you, please give me the extra time so that because A section may be feel uncomfortable that madam why again and again telling the same thing. That's why I am requesting B and C section students to give me the time of 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour is sufficient to explain you the Boolean theorem and as well as minimization using Boolean algebra. So you please discuss and then you please convey the time at which you want to attend the lecture. Okay. So you discuss with your CR and you just convey the message to me. Every time I am ready. Okay. I am ready anytime. You just tell me the time, suitable time. Even in the evening also, if you will say, madam, you take the time at 6 o'clock, I am ready. Okay. I am ready. Any other doubt? Any other doubt? So that's all for today. Thank you for joining me. So you please practice. I will give a practice sheet. You please practice. If any doubt, you please ask me. I will discuss in the lecture time. Okay.